but there is no goal.
What?
Never grow up, kids.
You're in the zone?
Oh yes, now's the time.
Yo, what is good?
What's going on, bro?
Boom, we back with another episode of Walkie Talkie with the homie. Introduce yourself, my friend.
I'm Scotty, you could call me Scott, whatever you want. I've been a street photographer since 2019, but photographing since like 2015. Try to shoot as much as I can, I work a lot. You know, we try to do the best we can as street photographers to take advantage of the time, so.
Where you from, originally?
New Jersey, born and raised.
Jersey boy.
Exactly. Yeah, that's me, pretty much.
Yeah, what are you shooting with?
My trusty, my baby, like M6. 35mm Summicron, easy setup, simple, classic, and does the job right.
You shoot color or black and white?
Both, for sure. More so color, but if I'm in the mood for black and white, I'm all in for black and white. Since it's the summer, I've been shooting mostly color.
Where are we gonna shoot today? What are you trying to shoot today?
I want to start here, 42nd and 6th, because I just like the light. It's always abundant here.
Let's have some fun.
Yep.
Guys, it's gonna be a hot day.
Oh yeah. Spent a lot of sweat.
I know,
I sweat easily.
You're a big sweater.
That's how I stay so skinny.
You zoning? Do you zone focus or what?
I do.
100% of the time?
I would say 95. The other 5%, it's nighttime or portraits and stuff like that. But always zone focusing, yeah, 250, 11. I'm very impressed by people critical focusing all the time, if that's a thing. You shoot here a lot, man?
I shoot here pretty often. I try to hit, this is like one of the checkpoints. On the weekends, maybe not as much. Definitely during the week, like during the work week, like pretty much every day.
Yeah.
But I feel like that corner is becoming better than this corner for some reason.
That corner is usually busier, but yeah, you can't go wrong with this because all the companies, like people, after work, they come from here and just get so many people on lunch hour and like after work.
The thing about this corner is in the summertime, the sun is too high to hit that reflection. So like in like the winter or fall, like the sun will be like hitting that reflection and adding another source light to this corner. So right now there's shadow on your face on this side. Maybe in a month or so, like there'll be light on both sides of you, so it'll be more like a studio light on this corner.
That's a good point. I never even kind of considered it. But.
Yeah, so like right now, even though it's hot, it's summer, it's still bright out here, the lighting's not as good as it will be in like a couple months.
Looking forward to that.
You move around a lot, huh?
I do.
You like to keep moving.
I do. There are times when I stand on a corner and kind of wait for things to happen, but most of the times I just feel like it's got to constantly move for some reason. Maybe it's a track part of me, because I used to run track in high school.
Maybe that's why you sweat so much.
Exactly.
You're literally always just like... You've only been shooting for what, 2 years?
I would say so.
What are 3 things that you've learned since then about street photography?
That you shouldn't overcomplicate it. I think when you start out, kind of want to pay attention to all like the composition or whatever, but they're just pictures. So all you got to do is just point the camera a certain way. If you see a subject, just snap it. So that's one thing. Never overcomplicate things. Number 2, don't get too nervous. I think through experience, everyone has kind of fear of confrontation. So it's really the fear factor going away. And number 3, just having fun with it, really. I feel like at times I take things too seriously with this whole photograph thing that I just forget to have fun. And when I'm having fun is when the pictures really stand out for me, at least.
Even if the pictures don't stand out, you still had fun making the shitty pictures.
Exactly, yeah.
So who gives a shit?
But there are times when I'm in the zone, I'm just sort of forgetting that this is just like for myself.
Yeah.
And like I'm like shooting for like a goal, but there is no goal. It's like hardwired in our brain sometimes. I feel like with all of it, it's like when we're in the zone, it's like, ooh, kind of have to perfect it or whatever, even though perfection's not attainable.
What does being in the zone feel like for you? Describe it.
It's a feeling of pure mindlessness, I would say, being calm as well, and trying to pay attention to every detail, really. It's one of those things where words can't describe. It's like when you're an athlete, you just do it, sort of like that. But I can tell you it feels good. I love getting in the zone, and there are days when I'm shooting when I can't get in the zone and I get pretty frustrated. Sometimes it just, when I'm not feeling motivated, whatever, not in the zone, just look at photo books. Don't force yourself to shoot. That's one thing I learned too. Never force yourself to shoot if you really can't. Because 1, you're wasting film. If you're shooting digital, that's one thing. Number 2, it's like, if you're not in the mood to shoot, then why shoot? I think we could head up 5th. Yeah, I think sounds about right. Wow. I never shoot here, by the way, so this is really interesting. Yeah, look at this. Look at that guy over there.
Like a picture?
They call you B.
Oh no, we're just photographing. Yeah. Okay. You know what? All right. All right. All right. Oh my, I'm gonna be so bad.
You're
Yeah.
gonna hop like a bunny.
Okay.
1, 2, 1,
Oh,
2,
oh.
1, 2, 2. Jump in, 1, 2. Keep going.
Oh, yeah.
You did it. Good job.
Thanks, guys. Yeah. That's what it's all about. Never grow up, kids.
There you go.
Scotty, how many rolls you shoot in a week? About.
Well, recently, not a lot. Probably like one roll or two at
Okay.
most. Before then, honestly, probably like 7 to 10. There was one point I was shooting a lot.
Now, because you're working more now? Is that
Working
why?
more now, I would say so. I mean, that's pretty much the primary reason.
When do you find time to shoot? You work like a 9 to 5, like a Monday through Friday 9 to 5.
Pretty much, pretty flexible around that, but mostly lunchtime. I work off 6th Avenue, which is a good spot. So I could just get off. I'm right on 6th Avenue, 10-minute walk on 42nd and 5th. So lunchtime, after work, and whenever I have time after work, just try to shoot as much as possible until
Weekends, yeah.
it gets dark. Yeah, and weekends, obviously, like now. Last shot.
How many rolls do you bring with you? Like typically, do you bring with you like for a day?
Average 3. If I have the day to myself, I'll bring 3. But if I'm short on a day, like I have a late start, probably 1 or 2, to be honest with you. Because recently I've been catching myself shooting less, not because of just work too. Way more decisive. Because when I started shooting films, like I didn't care.
Just like
I was
pop,
like,
pop, pop.
yeah, machine gun that shit.
Three favorite corners or spots to shoot at in the city right now.
Sure.
August 2022 edition.
August 22
Because
edition.
it might change. Who knows?
Number 1, no particular order, 42nd and 5th. Number 2, 34th and 6th, 7th, which is kind of a tough choice, but I probably have to say 7th. 3 probably has to be on Broadway, like around Prince Street or one of those streets.
In Soho.
Yeah, exactly. And honorable mention, I do like Columbus Circle a lot. Yeah, there's a lot of people flowing through there. It's very open space, combination of the architecture and the nature as well. You asked for 3, I gave you 4, so how you like that? Yeah.
Always going above and beyond.
Just for you. I was here like last month for Manhattan Edge. It was possibly the most overrated thing I've ever attended. I was done shooting and I was about to head to like Central Park, one of those days where I just want to relax. And like all these people started lining up here and I'm like, what the hell is going on? Once I started walking over there, everybody just whispering, Manhattan Edge, Manhattan Edge, Manhattan Edge. And I'm like, oh, okay. And I looked it up on my phone. It says it's gonna be like 7 or so, whatever PM. Yeah, so I like waited and it was like, this is it? This is literally it.
The more interesting thing is the people.
Yeah, exactly. And I got like photos, like people's reactions, and I have one photo where it's just like 1,000 smartphones, just like whoosh, like that. But other than that, it was like, what the heck?
Yeah.
It was not worth waiting for. It's funny because I never used to shoot on 8th Avenue because I always thought it was grimy. Like right around Port 30 area, it just gets really grimy and shit. And so I used to sort of like avoid it, but throughout time, I just sort of had to get used to it. And now I kind of appreciate the griminess. That's pretty much my perspective on 8th Avenue.
Give me one thing that you're actively trying to get better at when taking photos.
Good question. Definitely be more patient because as you can see, I like to pace around a bit. Sure, I would say composition, that'll come naturally, but one thing that really strikes me, I gotta get more patient and trying to stay in one corner because I can't stay in one corner. Maybe for like 5 minutes at most. As you can see throughout the whole day, we never kind of stood in one corner. I'm always just walking around. So definitely be more patient. Or maybe I shouldn't be. Because I like walking too. So
yeah,
maybe
if
it's
it
just
works.
me. I should give it a chance being in a corner because you never know what's gonna come. But most of the times I don't. I always feel like I have FOMO that, oh my goodness, I need to walk around and be over there because that's where the opportunity is to be. So I really follow my gut and it's never failed me. So it's both. Maybe I should work on it, maybe I shouldn't. You guys want a photo? Sure, just be yourself, yeah. I just like the way you guys were coming from the street like this. It was like, boom, boom, yeah. Go look towards that way, yeah.
Gonna put the pictures.
I'd put it on my Instagram. I send it to people like you. Yeah, let me take one more. I like the way you guys are here. Hold on, yeah. Just do your thing, yeah. Look like you're part of this. Yeah, yeah, just look over here, yeah. Perfect, yeah, there we go. Great.
Perfect.
Thanks.
What's your Instagram?
Yeah. I'll get you and then...
Roll number 2.
People don't like Leica's unloading system, but I love it. I shot with a lot of SLRs, but I just like how it's quirky. I would have an M3, but I don't like the viewfinder on it, if you ever used one.
Give me a technique. One of your go-to techniques for taking photos of
Don't
people.
advance right after you click the shutter, because they could hear it. Because I've had multiple times where, boom, I advance it. They're like, "What the hell is that?" You know. So sometimes, a lot of times, recently, I just shoot and I kind of point still like the same to make it seem like they passed. I try to take a shot like behind them. Hold on, I like this woman with the glasses here.
Give me another technique that you use on the streets.
I always try to be inconspicuous, not shut a camera. There are times when I'm just like this. I once saw a Henry Cartier-Bresson video where he just like strolling the streets like this. So I started copying that. Another technique so people don't recognize you, just keep the camera away. Because a lot of times I'm just like this.
Yeah.
And clearly I'm getting ready to shoot, but people see that of course at times. So trying to be a little rogue.
Nice camera, man.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
I like your camera.
Thank you very much. You as well. What lens you got? What film stock you got?
Don't worry about it. You're asking too many questions now.
I am. Interrogating.
You're in the zone? Feeling it?
Oh yes. Now's the time.
Let's throw on Scotty cam.
Sure.
In 3, 2, 1, Scotty cam.
This is cool. I like it. Yeah. Another roll down, another roll down. I think it's 3 rolls now, if I've been counting right.
How many photos in a given year do you want to
I
love?
feel like when I'm starting out, I would say 100, but realistically, I set the bar pretty high for myself, so honestly, I'm probably like 5 a year. Yeah, that might be a little low, but hey, I know the process.
What's your favorite photograph of all time?
Oh my goodness. I don't think I could give you one, but I could give you a few, 'cause I don't want to leave anyone out. One of them has to be this Joe Myrick's photo of, it's like, it might be 5th or 6th Avenue, but there's like so many things going on. There's like businessmen going this way, maybe tourists going that way. I just feel like that's one of the first pictures I came across when I got into street photography.
Okay.
So it has that value. Someone else might think, oh, okay, that's just whatever street photograph. To me, I think it's a really nice one. I just love how everything just comes together. I really like this Louis Stettner photo I once saw at the Met. This guy, and he's like going, like walking over a manhole, and there's steam coming out, and half of his body is not there. That's another cool one. There's that Alex Webb photo in Mexico when he's on the corner, and that It's like sunsetting, but there's so many things going on. There's like this couple that's kind of mingling, and then you got other things going in the back. There's also like a San Francisco 49ers like magazine that's like popped right there. Wow. What else? My memory is flowing right. Just thinking, oh, look at this guy.
What are 3 visual triggers for you when out photographing?
Yeah, one is definitely old clothing. I'm just a sucker for anything that's gonna remind me of old New York. Nice hats, coats. It's summer, but
That also explains why your answer for some of the photos.
yeah. 2, I guess contrast in color and situation. There's something that very contrasting, maybe just something that's different. Like one side you got something going on here, but on the right side maybe a homeless person's right there. Even though I don't take a lot of photos of homeless people. Something that kind of has a duality in a sense. And number 3, there's emotions really. You know, any sort of gesture, people just being together, laughter, people crying, angry faces, which I don't get a lot of, but yeah.
What's your dream job?
This? I got an answer for you. Definitely a film director. That'll be my dream job. I've always been into movies, and I think that's part of my inspiration and reasoning why I go out and shoot.
Hey, yo, Scotty. Fuck the Giants.
Fuck you, man.
Inspiration.
Inspiration? Oh gosh, hold on, I gotta prepare for this shit, yeah. Inspiration for what though?
If somebody tripped and just hurt their knee, what would you say to them?
Here, get on up. Life is all about falling down and picking yourself back up again.
Rapid fire section. If you could shoot only one camera for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Like a M6, 35mm Summicron, or 28mm.
Oh, you got the lens too, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
One film stock for the rest of your life.
Portrait 800.
Okay. If you had to live in a city other than New York, where would you live?
San Francisco.
What's your favorite color?
Blue. And people are gonna judge me, but yeah, it's blue.
Oh, okay, Backstreet Boys are NSYNC.
Oof, NSYNC.
Favorite movie of all time?
Oh my goodness. I'm really gonna have to say probably Goodfellas.
Chris Rock or Will Smith?
Chris Rock.
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air or Friends?
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air or Seinfeld?
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air because I barely watched Seinfeld.
DC or Marvel?
DC. Last shot. And that's it, folks.
Last rapid fire question.
Sure.
You could only shoot on one street in New York City for the rest of your life. What street would that be?
I think this one.
The 34th?
Yeah. I feel like I feel very shameful in leaving out the other ones. Every time I'm on here, it's never disappoints. The flow of the crowd is always great here. It's always consistent. Got all those subway stations right here, getting people off, all these stores. Got Penn Station, people coming this way, that way. Just a mess of everything. So I think here, which is surprising because last year I wouldn't say that. But recently I've been liking it more here.
All right, day's coming to an end. Lights gone.
Yeah, fortunately.
We're gonna call it.
It's been a pleasure, bro. It's been a lot of fun. Should do this more often, to be honest with you. I mean, I always see you on the street anyways. It's nice to kind of be in front of the camera for once.
Let the people know how they can show you some love, man.
Go follow my Instagram at ScottyXSong. That's pretty much where you can see bulk of my work. It's also, make sure you check out Paulie B frequently too.
And subscribe to the YouTube channel.
Exactly, subscribe. Subscribe, like, all that. All that good shit.
All that YouTube stuff.
Uh-huh.
All right, man.
Yeah.
I appreciate you.
Appreciate you, brother.
Now when they see us in the streets, all they wanna do is take pics, and I'm like, okay.